Welcome to BOJTV's Trending News. For top stories in local, regional and international news, along with sports and local weather forecast, I'm Carla. Coming up in our local trending news. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has reported that 726 persons have been killed since the start of the year. Massive fire destroys warehouse along Lyndhurst Road in St Andrew. State of public emergency in the St Andrews South Police Division extended. NWC working to restore water in sections of St James and Westmoreland. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has reported that since the start of the year, 726 persons have been murdered in Jamaica. This is 1% increase when compared with the corresponding period last year, or an average of 3 murders per day. Mr. Holness was speaking in Parliament yesterday, where he and other lawmakers were debating on the extension of a state of emergency in St Andrew. According to the Prime Minister, up to Monday, the St Andrews South Police Division recorded 11 more murders when compared to the same period last year. Up to Saturday, there was 95 murders in the division, and the St Andrews South Police Division is one of several divisions which has seen an increase in murders since January. In the meantime, the House of Representatives voted yesterday to extend the state of public emergency in the St Andrews South Police Division by another 90 days, despite a passionate appeal from opposition MP and People's National Party leadership aspirant Peter Bunting to end it. The final vote of 44 MPs in favour of extending the 2-week-old exercise by an additional 3 months, and only 2 against, Bunting and Mark Golding, and with 7 members absent, suggested that at least 10 of the 29 opposition MPs favoured opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips's position that while the SOE was not the best answer to the crime situation, it has at least created a climate for bipartisan cooperation on tackling the problem. The St Andrew Police and investigators attached to the St Andrew Fire Department have now launched an investigation into a massive fire which destroyed a warehouse along Lyndhurst Road in the parish yesterday. Residents reported seeing the fire at approximately 11:30 a.m. and made a report. The police and firefighters rushed to the scene, but the fire had already engulfed a large section of the building. The police say one man was rescued from inside the building, and it took the firefighters the entire day to get the fire under control. The estimated cost of the damage was not ascertained, and the cause of the blaze was undetermined. Another accused who is being tried for allegedly being a part of the Uchen's Wilson gang was freed on Tuesday morning in the Home Circuit Court. Tashina Baker, who is the girlfriend of the alleged deputy leader of the gang, Fitzroy Scott, was discharged after Chief Justice Brian Sykes upheld the no-case submission that had been made by her attorneys. Justice Sykes told the court that after looking back on his notes, he realized that he should have upheld her no-case submission along with the other 2 who were freed on Monday. The evidence before the court was that she had accepted stolen items from Scott and sold them, and also that she had pawned stolen items for the gang. However, the judge ruled the evidence was not sufficient to prove that she's a member of the gang or had knowingly obtained a benefit from the gang. Baker joins 5 others, Junior Rose, Tevin Kanai, Shade Beckford, Judith Johnson, and Cornel White, who have all been freed. The National Water Commission, NWC, apologizes to customers served by the Vaughansfield and Stonehenge pumping stations in St James and the Jerusalem Mountain facility in Westmoreland for the continued disruption in their water supply due to mechanical challenges at the facility. Due to unforeseen challenges, the NWC is forced to extend the deadline for resumption of operations at the facilities. The maintenance team is working assiduously to restore water to the affected areas in St James by Tuesday, July 23, 2019, and to the affected areas in Westmoreland by Wednesday, July 31, 2019. Areas affected in St James include Germantown and sections of Garlands served by the Vaughansfield pumping station, Stonehenge, Catskin, and Belfont served by the Stonehenge pumping station. Areas affected include Jerusalem Mountain, Heron Peace, Majan Mountain, and surrounding areas. The NWC regrets any inconvenience caused and craves the patience and understanding of its valid customers. Those were your top stories making local trending news. Now join us for news from across the region, as well as our international story, sports and local weather forecast. From across the region, a Supreme Court judge on Tuesday in Hamilton, Bermuda, sentenced a 22-year-old man to a minimum of 35 years in jail for the 2017 fatal shooting of a Jamaican national. Moreland Steed, who was 30, married and the father of a 4-year-old daughter, was murdered as he ran for his life from a lone gunman who chased him through the back streets of Pembroke Parish. 22 years old Kiari Tucker was convicted by a jury's unanimous verdict last month after 5.5 hours of deliberation on charges that he murdered Steed and used a firearm to commit an indictable offence. Steed's was the 35th gun death in Bermuda since 2009. In sentencing Tucker, Piscine Judge Carlisle Greaves said the accused must serve at least 25 years before he is eligible for parole on the murder charge and was given an additional 10 years for the use of a firearm. In international news, in a remarkable political repudiation, the Democratic-led U.S. House voted on Tuesday night to condemn President Donald Trump's racist comments against 4 congresswomen of color, despite protestation by the Trump's Republican congressional allies and his own insistence he hasn't a racist bone in his body. 2 days after Trump tweeted that 4 Democratic freshmen should go back to their home countries, though all are citizens and 3 were born in the United States, Democrats muscled the resolution through the chamber by 240 to 187 over near solid GOP opposition. The rebuke is an embarrassing one for Trump, even though it carries no legal repercussions. But if anything, his latest rants should help him with his die-hard conservative base. Despite a lobbying effort by Trump and the party leaders for a unified GOP front, 4 Republicans voted to condemn his remarks. Over in our sporting report, world indoor champion Elia Atkinson CD is one of 10 Texas A&M University legends to be honored on September 13, 2019 at the Burgess Banquet in College Station, Texas. Atkinson was a 4-year letter winner 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010 for the Texas A&M Women's Swimming and Diving Program. Throughout her 4 years, she received 19 All-American honors, which ranks 4th best in program history. The 2010 NCAA champion in the 200-yard breaststroke. Atkinson was a 3-time Big 12 champion in the 100 breaststroke 2007, 2008, and 2010, and in the 200 breaststroke 2007, 2008, and 2010. She also garnered Big 12 champion titles in the 400 medley relay 2007 and 2008, and the 200 medley relay in 2008, and the 200 free relay in 2010. She currently ranks 6th in the program history in the 100-yard breaststroke 59.43, and in the 200-yard breaststroke 2 minutes 6.99 seconds, both of which she set in 2009 as a junior. In 2010, Atkinson received her Bachelor of Science degree in psychology. Upon graduation, the 4-time Jamaican Olympian set the 100-meter breaststroke SCM world record in 2014, while winning the race at Short Course World Championships in Doha, while becoming the first black woman to win a world swimming title. On our local weather forecast for this morning, insignificant feature, a high-pressure ridge across Jamaica. The high-pressure ridge is expected to remain across the island through to early Thursday. A tropical wave is then expected to move across the island on Thursday evening. The forecast for this morning will see generally partly cloudy skies. During this afternoon, isolated showers and thunderstorms across western and hilly inland areas, generally fair elsewhere. Tonight, partly cloudy. Maximum temperature expected for Kingston as well as Montego Bay today is 34 and 35 degrees Celsius respectively. That was BOJTV's trending news, your top local, regional and international stories, as well as a sports report and weather forecast. Until next time, I'm Carla. Thanks for watching.